Hi, welcome back to Meditating Meteorites. Today I want to talk about something I've discovered that I really love to do. And this is my version of neurographic type art. So here's just a few I've done with different mediums. Like this one is just marker. This one is acrylic paint pen. This one is watercolor. And this one is watercolor, and then I did some designs on some of them. Really cute little ones I've done with glittery metallic pens, gel pens. This brand is Pentel Sparkle Pop. I love these pens. They're a little expensive, but I absolutely love them. And here's some that I've, drawn out, but I haven't colored. And then I have some medium-sized ones. I've gone around some of the black with the glitter pens on this. I haven't finished it yet, but I think it's going to look really cool. And something that I love about this neurographic type art, for me, it's stress relieving, such a big stress reliever. And I can make something beautiful and not necessarily be an artist. Like, I do think that these are pretty, and some people, like, you might think this is beautiful art. And I agree, but I'm not an artist. Even though I believe that every person is an artist, you just don't know how they're going to portray that art. Like, I feel like I can do this. Like, I look at these amazing portraits and drawings and paintings that people make, and I feel like, well, I could never do something like that. This anybody can do. And everyone is different. Every single one you make is different. None of them will ever be the same. No matter how you try, you just can't. And I have seen some really great videos that I want to try to recreate in my own style. So I'm going to be working on that soon. But yeah, I like to put on some music, listen to a podcast, and just draw lines. And my lines are much thicker than some people's lines. Like, I've seen a lot of drawings where their lines are thin like this. I personally prefer the thick lines like this. I use this is an Amazon brand Sharpie. And I do like to use watercolor paper because of the thickness of it, but the watercolor paper also likes to eat markers like crazy. So there are some downfalls to liking my thick paper. But I thought I would sit down and try to draw with you for a little while. I also do use like sketch pad type paper, but this is so thin, and I don't know, I feel like something will happen to it being thin paper. So for this drawing, I do have a piece of sketchbook paper here, and I have something under it to catch what goes off the sides. And you just start drawing lines any way you want to, any way, anywhere. Like, there's no real thinking about it. You just draw your lines. Well, my pen does seem like it's drying out a little. But I also like to, well, my corner doesn't want to work very good there. Like, I personally like to go over my lines and make them really thick. You can kind of see where they were thin, and then I thicken them up. And then you have to round your corners to soften them up. I'll bring you down a little closer. So There we go. A little closer so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm rounding off my corners so it just softens them up. I do it on the outside too. I like to make my lines as clean as possible. I know others don't mind that, but that's just something I like to do. And everybody is different. And that's what I love about this too. You can do whatever you want to do. I mean, that's art for you. You can do whatever you want to do. But I love everything about this kind of art. So yeah, this is how I do these. So I'm going to put in my headphones, listen to a little something while I do this, and once I'm finished with this, I will get into the coloring. So here, this is finished. It really didn't take me that long, which is another thing I love about this art. And then I just kind of go through and make sure I've gotten all of my corners, or that it looks the way I want it to. Because sometimes in the middle of coloring too, I will find that I missed something and I wanted it to be different, and I can just change it. So there we go for that. So for people who know like the color wheel and what goes good together, you can decide on that. So I have a bag full of Kelly Art markers here. I got a Sharpie in there. And sometimes I just go through and blindly pick a couple colors. Like, oh, there's an orange. No, there's a yellow. Oh, there's a blue. And another blue. And a green. I don't know why, but I like to choose colors in fives. That's just me. And they may not go together, but that's part of this I love too. I don't care if it goes together. I just do what I want to do. So I'll get coloring and I'll speed that up. So silly me did not press record before I started coloring. I feel a little silly. But this is how I colored it. I think it looks pretty cool. The only thing I'm not a fan of is with markers, you get these lines. That's why I do like working with watercolor. And I try out different mediums all the time to see which ones look best and which ones I like. If I don't care really what it looks like and I just feel like creating something, I just use my markers. If I want something to look really cool and really amazing, I will use, you know, my glitter gel pens and my watercolor and, you know, my acrylic art, my acrylic paint pens. So yeah, that's just a quick little video for you. If you do this kind of art, I'd love to hear from you. I'd like to make more videos like this. I really enjoy just sitting here doing this. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, tell me if you liked it, tell me if you want to see more. Like I said, I have other things that I want to try from, you know, just other ideas. And I'd be so grateful if you subscribe to my channel.